Sup, guys? I may be still a little too loud. I wear all the hats here. I don't wear all of them very well. Hey, guys, you joined the lady with the hippie at the bar, my rules, which kind of means hippie is kind of like pirate. You know where it's going. Um, I really do think that we hippies need to unite again. I think the world needs to remember that there's laughter, there's love. It's not all war and hate everything that moves, especially if it's a politician or what have you. I'm just simply tired of it all. I'm tired. I think that these politicians should do like the Danish do. They don't allow a politician to raise money. They don't allow them to advertise. They can't even make signs, dude. I think they may be able to use them little greeting cards I used to use, but uh, they can. If they want the office, they just have to go around and ask for it. Wouldn't that be novel? Wouldn't it be novel if, as I remember voting, and no, I don't do any voting because the Electoral College does that. Look it up, Google tell you. Yeah, it's not the popular vote that puts the president in office. It's, yeah. People are going, what? It's the Electoral College. It finally says so. And I've known this, of course, since I was 4. So I never voted. I was like, what? The court's already voted 2 months ago. Are you kidding me? And then it's like President Trump said, I call him Donnie just for future reference. He said, I won the Electoral College vote by a lot, and I also won the popular vote. Notice that, and I won also. Yes. So look it up. We've had a third attempt on President Trump's life. What the absolute fuck all is wrong with you people? For one thing, I fired everybody that's supposed to be on security. I saw this and I was looking at, I'm doing it frame by frame, looking and, you know, I'm an Army veteran, published author, so these things kind of get my attention. And when they killed Charlie Kirk, God bless him, I didn't know I had a wife and kids. I just knew him as a young boy on college used to prove me wrong. And it broke my heart. It really did. This boy he never had an unkind thing I ever heard him say to anybody or anything. People screaming in his face, stuff that wasn't true, that was demonstrably horrifying, not true. And he never lost his cool. He answered from his head. He didn't have a tablet, he didn't have a notepad, he didn't have somebody answering. No, he did this. It was proved me wrong, and he answered everyone who took the mic. And they killed him. And while I saw this, I said, and again, I didn't know of the other stuff, politics, any of that. Wife, children, bless them. But when I saw when a little bit was out, it had just happened. President Trump had announced to lower the flags that we had lost him. And I just hit my knees. And my husband, you're okay? Not young kids. And I said, no, I'm not. This smacks of JFK. And my husband went, kind of reared back and he said, what are you talking about? And I said, I don't know why I said that. Charlie Kirk has been assassinated. He said, who is Charlie Kirk? My husband doesn't do anything about any of those things. He watches, I don't even know what they're called anymore, game shows. Maybe a movie he'll catch on Netflix. Other than that, he doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to hear it. So, this is my thing, not his. And he didn't understand why I was so upset. He never will. For him, it's like, I can't do anything about it, so I don't care about knowing. It's, marriage. We've been together over 35 years now, and I have bullets, and I've thought about it, but people really frown on that stuff. And so I thought it was time again. I've gotten back up. I had a horrific injury that cost me a year in bed. I've got more metal in my leg than you do on most of these small cars. So I'm fine. And it took forever. It took almost 2 years for me to recover just to walk unaided. And I am now. And I'm having my little stiffeners. Today I decided to go with my tumbler. I love my little Scottish clan. Didn't know I was adopted at the age of 9, and found out down the road with DNA that, oh, hey, I was right, and reached out and so forth. And the biological family that found me, it turned out well, it just didn't turn out well. I need to write a book, another one. My advice for anyone who's adopted, don't look for the family. Don't do it. Don't even think about it. If they reach out and they found you, dye your hair, leave the state, never use social media again, change your name. I'm just saying sometimes that shit just does not work out. And I would say I'm sorry to any family members on my husband's side that might be watching, but I'm not. So luckily, I haven't seen him in like 15 years. Good with me. If I have no more karma with these people, I will be so happy. And in retirement as well. So I'm enjoying this. Today, my husband's out. He's gone to South Carolina to help a friend of his do something with the car. I don't care. He's in South Carolina. I'm good. I'm at the bar. Now, you guys know I only do this Monday through Friday, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm terrible. I do them live. Hey, come on, be nice. I don't make money at this. I try to, excuse me. I'm kind of like, well, there's a few podcasts. I don't drop videos. And if I'm asked to, I will. Because most of the time, whatever it is I'm talking about, whoever it is I'm talking to, the rest of the hippies, they've already seen it. Or they'll look at it while they're talking to me on live chat. So I just don't bother to do that. As an author, it seems like plagiarism to me. I didn't find that footage. I found that this person had found that footage, which somebody argued with me, saying, well, then, you found the footage. I was like, no, this guy did the work. I found what he did. So it's a sniffy thing with me. Bill Maher, I love you, Bill. Bill Walk, Johnny Carson, right? You are awesome, dude. Totally awesome. Always have been. Still adore you. Joe Rogan, hey baby. News radio, right? I hated what happened there. It was so horrible. I'm so sorry that you went through that. I've watched you for many years. Love you. Take care of yourself. There's a few others, but I can't mention everybody. It's not like you're going to see somebody on my stream during my podcast that you know. I highly doubt that Charlie Sheen's going to walk up to my house and say, hi, Glenn, I'll answer your questions. If so, I would have died on the spot, so it wouldn't have done any good. I'm hoping that the sound is all right on this. When I'm up here, I like my whiskey on the rocks, and so today I pulled my Scottish one out, and cheers. And so I love my little whiskey fireballs. A bit of cinnamon, do you? I try to match when I'm up there with the blue and the white, the blue and the blue and the blue and the blue. It's just fun. I have so much fun with this. I need to show you. My husband the other day, about 4 days ago, package came. I get a lot from the place that I work with. And he opened it up. It was in his name. He opened it and said, "This is for you." And he handed me these. This is the speaker, of course. There are 2 microphones. It is a mini, what do they call those things? You can sing to them. I forget what they were called, but people used to go to the taverns for. I'm having just a hoot with these things. I'll think of what they're called in a minute. Karaoke, there it is. So it's a miniature karaoke set. It has the 2 microphones, like I said, and the speaker. Because I'm always talking to you guys, and then I'm too busy to do anything. But I'm always, as he says, singing, meaning off key. But you're always singing. Somehow you know the words from a 50s song, a 90s song, a 20s song. You know the words. And I'm like, yeah, I am weird like that. I just, that I'll know that one. I'm singing along. We tried to turn the radio up a lot for that. So he bought me the mini karaoke set. And I'm having such a blast with this thing. I was shocked at how much fun I was having with it. And the fun for me was to try not to actually overdo whatever artist that I was listening to. And of course, I'm not Celine Dion. I like the new Michael Brennan stuff they've come out with. This they say it's all AI. We'll see. But it's been fun with this, so I've had some fun. I was hoping I'd see a few more of my babes up here. Come on, hippies, unite! Come up here, man. I need some silver-haired foxes. I know y'all's out there. I've seen you. I didn't say I was going to jump on you. Well, I can't guarantee. Gotta tell the truth there. There are some things, even with age, you're not going to want to give up, ladies. You're just not going to want to give it up. They also say that, cameras add 10 pounds. And they lied like bitches. Cameras add 30 pounds. So is old age, various accidents that keep you in bed for a year. All that stuff just chunks your ass right up. And I can't say my age, it's a state secret. But yeah, I opened my closet this morning and I said, "What you got in there for a woman my age?" I didn't even say my age. I thought, "Oh, okay, I'm good." That damn door slammed shut. Like, what the? Time to go shopping. I was like, my husband was like, open the door. So that was a lot of fun. Oh no. Let's see, we're having some trouble with our audio. Here it goes. With our headsets. I found out one day, and I had put the whole thing in. I do an hour show, and my headphones would not come in. So I just took them off and did my show. And all you can, it's just me pantomiming stuff. I still haven't taken it down. I haven't had 3 seconds to call my own. And I said, my husband is out. I think the hippies need to, I keep sitting forward in this, we're at the bar. I'm in my bar chair, and I'm short. People really give me a lot of grief about that, and I think it's always wonderful because it's been that way all my life. I'm 5'2". Yes, I'm definitely an Army veteran. I started karate at like 7, 8 years old. Um, and I still kept going until I was in my 40s. The fun thing for me, I have always carried a weapon because I got pinned down once. I won't say where or whatever, but I got pinned down once and throwed myself over a wife and children after I got them to where they were at least behind shelter, and we couldn't move. And I was so angry because I could see the guy, and if I'd had a weapon, I could have stopped him. We were that close. Um, we were. It was a very frightening event. Not for me. I was in the military. When you go in the military, you're pretty safe with going, I may die tomorrow or what have you. So you're not. That's not it. I was just angry because I couldn't stop him, and it took a long, way long time before they finally got him, and we could get everybody out of there. So many children were pinned down. It's terrible. It was just terrible. And I swore again that I would never, ever be without a weapon because the life we save may not just be our own. And I've seen in several cases where someone had a weapon and they did save people. So I'm not speaking, the bad guys, all these laws, all these regulations, the bad guys don't fuck with that shit, okay? Only us. We go down and we register, we go through the training, we get the certificates, we pay for all that. But the bad guy's got an Uzi from Russia that's 4 years old and still fires great, doesn't give a shit if he's at the mall with it. This shit has to stop. I saw that they took some of the British people who had come out in the streets with the yellow vests and they have the Union Jack and they they tied it on. So that was on their backs and you could see them. And they had come out because the shops were doing the grab and smash. And they started putting the British protesters in jail. They had come forward to say stop it and see what they could do to stop them from tearing down all the places that people work in that city. And they put all of them in jail. And then there's this, there is no freedom of speech in Britain. And it's, we're going to put you in jail for this, we're going to do that. They put one poor woman of 4 children in jail because of what she said on Facebook. I'm a hell of a lot worse than that. So no, and I loved Europe. Don't get me wrong when I was there, but it wasn't a Europe that had open borders. And boy, did they fuck that up. I mean, that's a clusterfuck. It really is. How stupid do you have to be to go? Oh, only the good guys are coming in. Here's your sign. I mean, that's so stupid that duct tape won't fix it. And believe me, I've been in the South off and on a long time. If you can't get a redneck to fix that shit with duct tape, you're screwed. I've seen my husband do some amazing shit with that stuff. I get to smoke these when I'm online in case anybody needs to know or wants to know. Is curious. These are my little scars. And when I was in Europe, we of course bought cartons of cigarettes. They only allowed you a certain amount per month. And so you bought those to give to your landlord for rent because that's what they wanted. That shit was expensive for them. And so like that, so I had gone to the French cigarillo type cigar. And one of my friends was here at the bar and I had to try it. And my husband said, okay, I'm going to be good. You can have them when you're here at the bar, on your podcast. Because they go out while I'm talking. So it's not like I smoke a whole one every time. So it's just a few. And there's only 5 in a pack. So he gets the 5 and he puts them in my humidifier. And if he sees it's down to like 1, he'll go get me another pack and put some 5 more in there. And it's same with my uncle. He's enabling me. I love these little airplane bottles. This is like I said, the whiskey fireball. Got the cinnamon pow at the end of it. So it kind of wakes me up here. There's so much that there is to talk about, but I don't have anybody in on live chat. I did look into a couple of broadcasts that I did, and I'm just not getting any views or any likes or questions or what have you. And at this rate, I'm probably going to have to quit because they're going to be going, yeah, nobody likes you. So my whole point was you could talk about anything and everything. Like we would pony up, light one up, and talk about Cheech and Chong and what we could all do if we could get a bus to D.C. When I did get to D.C., I had a huge clearance, worked my ass off. And no, I wasn't going to give it to the man then. I was making a paycheck. I'm retired now. It's a little different. Most of us hippies are retired. Also, I'm tired of hearing people like my children's generation, well, my son's generation, saying, well, you should be grateful we're paying your Social Security. Excuse me? What did you just say? I don't give a damn where the money's coming from. But they done took my money, your kids' money, your kids' money. So if anybody's going to bitch, let me know at 800 generations and we'll talk. Because they took my money. I made my money. So don't get in my face and go, oh, I'm not, Like but I have a stepdaughter as well. My son's like, okay. He told my grandson one day, he said, stop, your grandma's getting mad. And my grandson looked at him and said, well, how would you know that? He said, I'm her son. She's getting pissed. We were at a big dinner at his house. Lots of people. It was fun. So he shut up. He found, no, you don't talk to your parents that way. And he knows never to talk to me that way. And he forgot one day. He just come. He's Army veteran as well. Came in from Korea. I don't know, single 20s, and I don't even know how to start it or whatever. But he bowed up at me, and my husband had come out of the man cave and come downstairs, and he saw that. And as soon as he did it, I grabbed him by his shirt, threw him against the door, and said, "You need to get your shit, get out right fucking now." And it was storming to beat the band, and I was that man. And he turned and he went to the stairs, and I was standing right along the stair railing kind of thing. And he tried to bow up again, and then my husband slapped him. And he said he thought he passed out there for a second. So he didn't do that shit no more. I had even called his father, who's just next the way, and said, what the hell is going on here? You need to come get your kid. And it was, no, we've been through that. We're not going to come in. We're not interfering. You just throw them out. So here I've gone through it with my own kid, and here I am doing it with my grandson, rather. who I technically raised and who I could speak to about anything and everything. And here we were at such odds that I had almost shoved him through a steel door. So I was just gobsmacked by that. So my husband then took over, and I didn't see him till the next day for a second as he went out the door because he was living with us. They had just come in ahead of the pandemic from Korea, and we had made the upstairs into two apartments. So, that was perfect. We didn't know he would be back then. I can't. I still wish I knew what it was that set that boy off, but I really don't care. If you are a child of mine, I don't give a damn if you're just somebody off the street. Don't blow up at me. I'm from Chicago. I'm 5'2". I'm a strawberry blonde red hair. I have, as they say, true hazel eyes. I'm 5'2". Don't think for a second I don't have an equalizer, because you'd be dead wrong. I mean, get right with Jesus. I'm not going to be a victim. No. I will send you to Jesus, and Jesus will figure that out for me. And there's just no other way to do things. People are being just off by people who they picked up 5 times for murder and let them out again. Now ICE is trying to find him, and people are blowing whistles and megaphones and all this kind of crap. And I don't know how they haven't just shoved that shit up their ass, because I would have. I live in Augusta. The Masters tournament's here again. God help Tiger Rose. I don't know what's wrong with that boy. Cheers. This is when I get to have a few, have a cigar, talk my ass off by anything and everything, and not be messed with by nobody. So I get most of everything done. Even the animals fed, watered, all that stuff. Sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, doing dishes. I had a friend of mine, bless her, she passed. She was next door. Her family with 3 kids, no, 4th one now. And so I've never told them that my friend died there. Just before Christmas, broke my heart. We've been friends for a decade. And I sent her kids cupcakes and stuff like that, because I like to bake. It's just my husband and I. So with kids, you send cupcakes and stuff. So I send that over there too. And it's just strange. And again, I don't want to tell her my friend lived there, that we saw each other every day. She would bring me something to eat, and it was very hard for me at that time of the year. And it's just how fast life goes. 1 minute you're there, but tomorrow's never guaranteed. I don't think our kids and our friends and our relatives get that. In the hippie generation, I think that most of us thought we were going to party hard and die young and leave a good looking corpse. Didn't happen that way for me, so I've seen a few others of you out there, and a couple bars. Decided they like having my own bar better, don't call an Uber, not having a husband having a fit because he has to pick me up and I'm not supposed to be there. I kid. As a married woman, I wouldn't do that. Oh, you betcha, sweet babies, I would. Let my sister, my daughter-in-law, anybody offer me a drink, I'm there. I'm out of the house, I'm gone. So this is the whole thing about social Woodstock. When I was doing this as a hippie, we were all grown up, literally in our 20s, we used to have Nintendo parties to try to rescue Zelda. I kid you not. On our kids' Nintendos and bringing our own TVs, and the kids would go through that door. The kids already beat it. We adults took 5 years. So it was the drinking in between. But I worked 2 jobs in college, in and out of college. They kept changing all of the technology. When I got there, it was carbon paper. Then somebody invented a Xerox. Then they invented an electronic typewriter. You could have shot me. I wouldn't have failed. I've been using a manual typewriter by then, a typewriter rather, but probably about 6 years. And so I'm up on this thing, and I could fly, and I loved it. Then I got the correctable one. I was like, oh my God. This is better than a steak, you know. Yeah, sitting there with the white out and all that. Of course, don't get me wrong, white out was helpful. So was Xerox. Always worked and ran divisions, medical divisions, so that like tests, things like that, doctors, all of the cases would come to us. We're entering back then, it was data entry. Now the doctors do it themselves. I really hate that because they took jobs from millions of people. That was their job, data entry. They interpreted what the doctor said, and off you go. And I can't say it was great money. It was decent money. You could make a living. That was good to go. Then the Clintons come along. I got known for the Clintons. I think this way most of us just go, we're not going to talk about them. Hillary was really the president, but I digress. Oh, Sleepy Joe. Pocahontas. Gulf of America. Go down here. So I'm like, okay. This has gotten fun. Then they opened up the alligator Alcatraz. I think that's what they called it. I call it Gator Gitmo. That's mine. I'll put a patent on it, bitch. I'm telling you. We used to sit around though while we were drinking and passing water pipes and talking about, the barcode is the number. Don't do the barcode. We've been using a barcode for 40 years. These are conversations in the 70s, early 80s. Didn't matter by the 90s. You were fucked. You were hoping to leave the technology alone long enough for you to be able to keep your job or get another job doing something that you had never tried before. And I ended up in IT a lot, which was, did you unplug it and plug it back in? And it worked. Sometimes. So that was a lot of fun. Ran hotels. I like to run those. The big ones, really. Not a motel, but the hotels where they have the pools and the restaurants and the bars and all that. I like to run those. And I managed one in San Antonio. And when I got married, I had booked the bridal suite. But when I got ready to leave, and I had left my card there, just to charge whatever, because the restaurant we're doing all that. And my general manager was the same general manager I used to work with. He was general manager, I was manager, and he didn't want me to go because he was a great guy. But I had made up my mind, and that was it. And so he wouldn't let us pay for anything. He totally comped everything. Such a cool dude as a wedding gift, because we had spent 2 days there, and then on to Corpus Christi. So no relatives were at the wedding. We had such a great fucking wedding gift. Everybody was stretching out of Texas and going to the pool, jumping off. And here I couldn't get out of the wedding dress because they're taking pictures. So my poor husband, he gets out of the jacket, but it's as far as he's going to get. But it came out all right. We had to put my son back in his tuxedo 3 times. He was 13. He ain't giving me away. And so you have to find him, which was a lot of fun when you were pretty drunk. This was a lot of champagne flowing at that party. A lot of friends. We got great gifts. And like I said, we had a great time. And we did it on a good budget. I mean, the whole wedding cost us about, with a photographer, around $1,000. And we had saved up. So we had $5,000 to go on our, I call it vacation honeymoon. And we came back with a lot of that still. So we kept that going for a while. It wasn't in the bill money. It was over here. That's why I say hippies unite. We were talking about this shit before. Then they made cannabis legal. Then Georgia finally found a way for them to distribute in Georgia. However, you can still only get medium strength in Georgia. You can get it delivered to your home, but it's still only medium, not high grade, bastards. And now they're trying to take that back, bastards. It's not marijuana. It's cannabis. It's a different line. Am I still going to eat Oreos? Probably. But it does work. It really does. I can't explain how they don't treat you for pain anymore. So with all the breaks and the ankle disconnected and all that I was going through, they tell me to take Excedrin or take Tylenol extra strength. And in your head, you've got this person beating the physician mercilessly. It hit me with my little fucking time. If I had like my surgeon so much, I swear. Yeah, I know they frown on that shit too. But it was rough. Finally, I told him, I said, look, that fucking shit doesn't work for me on a headache. If you can't treat me for pain, I'm simply going to keep crawling up the ladder. This is the VA. We actually have a way to climb up and over. Got the pain medication. It wasn't great. Going to take it twice a day, but it was good enough. There was some relief. And this injury took nearly 2 years to recover from, to get that one leg back to where it could function. And actually, hold my weight and do all that stuff. They actually told me the bones don't hurt. It's all the, stuff that we cut through to get. Anybody got a baseball bat? Because we want to see if this bone of yours hurts. Because if they frown on that, they don't want you to be doing stuff like that. And I'm looking, I have a big bar mirror on the other side, and I love music, of course. And I try to make sure that you can't hear it, but I still can because it's a bar. And I like a few new ones that have come out. In any event, that's my background. And right now, you have to forgive the mess. I think I didn't get all of it up, but I have cats. Says it all. Like I said, nobody here but me. I didn't get anybody in live chat or any comments today. So I hope I see you whenever you are strolling. Just stop. Come on, silver foxes. Come on, you hippies unite. I mean, come on. All right, all right, all right. I know there's Texans out there. Love Texas. So hated to leave. I like Georgia. I just don't like lower Georgia, which is where the family comes, the biological family comes in. And unfortunately, it crosses lines with my husband. To see if you can understand this one, there were two half brothers, and they looked up us sisters. There were two. We were on the front of the Parade magazine. There was a spread out for us kids, and they said the name Bullock, and they said where it was, and so the half brother's wife, who is my husband's sister, or was, she's passed. And she was looking for the missing girls. And the uncles had been missing, or looking for the missing girls for years. So she made a call. And at the first call, she got my brother. Then he called, of course, he didn't call me first. He called my sister. Then I get a frantic call. I'm at work. I'm juggling 40 people coming in. The restaurant wants this thing undone, and this kind of thing. And I was like, you got to be there, you got to be there. And I was like, I don't know. I can't really just take time. Because they ran a hotel. It was not a small hotel. And we had construction going on across the street. They were building a new water park. So I had all the construction crew and I had all this stuff going on. And, you've got to be there, you got to go, you got to go. I said, look, let me let you know. I'll call you back. I got to talk to my GM first and try to find a space where I can get to you and then get back. And finally I did. And she got there, I think, the day before me. It was something, it really was. They kept telling me I was Native American. I kept telling them they were blind. Hazel eyes, light complexion, red gold hair. No, no Native blood here, no Native American blood here. And I did finally do the DNA test. My son got one for Christmas for me. And I had already told him what I'd learned about his father's side. And his father wasn't around him at all. And I had worked with my ex-mother-in-law in D.C. when I got there. And she just doted on my kid. And so I knew that the background was like Danish, Scandinavian, that kind of area, Netherlands. And so I told him this. Then he found his Aunt Keith. And she said, your mom's lying. We never looked into any of that. I'm like, why would I lie? It's just so stupid. And so he did the DNA thing. And he was exactly what I said. And so after he had done it, and Mom proved to be right again, and thanks for standing up for me, son. Um, I said, it's British, it's Irish, Scottish, British, it's got to be. This coloring just doesn't come together for fun. There's no telling. The potato famine, all that stuff going on, probably Irish, a lot of it. And so we checked it out. And yes, I'm British, Irish, and Scottish. There's no doubt. No wonder I always loved getting in a kilt and going to the Scottish Rites Festival. My poor husband's been dragged around a lot through these things. And the Renaissance Fair. And I love to go jump mining in North Carolina and then run into Cherokee and go to the casino. I really don't know a way to reach you, or I don't know where my guys are from my other channel. I've tried to put in information that I've come to this channel. It's very similar. The name is what it'll pull it up for. Used to be just Wicked Lady at the bar, I think, or maybe it was Wicked Lady Hippie. But in any event, it's not much different. I put in live and something else, but it's very similar. So if you're looking for the Wicked Lady Hippie at the bar, it's going to pull up the other ones as well. So if you'd like, you can go back to the first year I used to do this. Back those days, I did one every day. I think I took some days off, and I just started. And like I said, with the injury is that I've come back, excuse me, I cannot find my audience. That's a little depressing. So I'm looking for you guys to say, hey, I saw my sister-in-law. Hey, my brother and my husband rather has brothers and sisters-in-law still with us. I don't. I'm the only member of my immediate family still alive. And I still think, after 3.5 decades, they would at least see me and go, hi, you did great. Not so much. This is another thing I want. I should write another book. So if you do see me, let your friends know. Hippies unite. What am I missing? What am I missing? I got my cigar. I got my whiskey on ice. I'm a hippie from the start of the hippies. I can't say I'm young. It's a state secret. Thanks for saying Alex when I yell rock. So while I'm rocking this age, I encourage all hippies. If you don't want to join me and talk to me, fine. Start your own channel. It's free. I keep seeing there's a lot of podcasts, but most of them rely on something else. They'll pull it in and talk about whoever did what, shiver stuff. Who cares? If I've seen that thing 4 times. I don't need you to tell me about it. It's like somebody trying to read to me from the Bible, but they don't have Bible in front of them. They wrong already. So I am one of those, what do you call it? Lead, follow, or get the hell out of my way women. We were the first company of women to train with the men. And, well, there were 5 companies of women because that's a battalion. So you had, I was Bravo. I was 3rd Battalion Bravo. I won't get all the way into it, but we were the first to go through it. And if you didn't pass, or if you wanted to go, you could stop and you could go on out. It wouldn't be anything on your record. We all looked at each other. I was like, the first one of you that breaks, I'm kicking you all the way home. So we did pretty good. They were surprised. It was just really hard. But we made it. And now we have women fighter pilots. Total respect. I love those ladies. Bring them down. Bring them down like that. On the air camera. Oh, man. I would love to meet some of them. I would pay good money just to see them. That's so rocking. It was so different when I was coming up. And it was the end of World War II. That's why they say the baby boomers, the parents, the mothers suddenly had to be at home, watch the kids. They hated it. Some of the husbands allowed the women to work, like at Kmart. But there was the Kmart, which wasn't long, it turned out. I decided to have my other little bottle. I was blushing today because I took care of more of the chores than I normally do. It means I could fall out drunk in a half hour. Doesn't take much for my age. Not to mention that whiskey pretty good. Sorry. It's drought season here. I couldn't figure out why my lips were staying so chapped because it wasn't winter anymore finally. And my doctor last week said, "Oh no, no, we have a drought, so the air's real dry. So I get you some gloss or this, that, or the other, to do that." And generally, I'll just throw Vaseline out. But I'm up here, so let's add a little sparkle. Thank you. Now, I don't know again of a way to reach everybody. I love talking about anything and everything. Like the Pope, I admired Saint Pope John Paul II. I was raised with him. He felt like a personal friend, especially after they tried to kill him. And he was mourning at that point into Mother Mary, which I thought was great. But again, he was the only Pope through my entire life. And then they had Benedict. So you had Benedict, and then what was the other guy? I can't think. But there were two of them. Francis, Pope Francis. So they had the two of them. Finally, Benedict retired. It was just Francis, and unfortunately, Francis just—you could tell he was in bed shape. And now I have an amazing thing. I heard on my television as I came through the living room that the new pope had been elected. So I stopped. I turned, look at this. Used to be in Rome all the time. I had my son baptized. And so I'm looking, and they're like, it's Pope Leo something. He had chosen Pope Leo the 14th, I think it is. You think that's too many, but yeah, okay, say. But he was from Chicago, Illinois. I fell down. Just the U.S. alone would have got me. But he's from Chicago, Illinois. I just couldn't walk. I was like, what? Is there a priest in Chicago? I've argued with cardinals and bishops. I'm not afraid of these people. They used to throw me out a lot. They really did. We'll talk. Let me know. Nobody, I think, in the 21st century, we're 26 years into it. I straddled 2 centuries. I don't straddle before cars and after cars. But I straddled 2 centuries. And there's been a lot of change in 2 centuries. We didn't have a phone that could have launched a rocket from NASA to the moon. We do now. Back then, IBM had an entire place, like a building, to put the machines in, to put the guys on the moon. And Jobs gave us the phone. And it's got everything. Then we got AI. I don't know about you, but I went back and watched iRobot again, and I was like, yep, that's just exactly what I heard. I didn't even want to go for the Terminator. I'm like, people going, oh, they can't repair themselves. Yeah, they can. They've come up with a bunch of different things now. I tend to fuss when I get up here. I had this slide, it was a shocking thing to me, but I got such a compliment. A young man, I'm not sure his age, but a young man said that uh, his grandmother did not look like me. And he said, as far as that goes, my mother doesn't look like you or as good as you, something to that effect. And I was on the moon for a week. I was like, really? Is it the camera? So come back in. There's not a lot of us hippies left. It's like the World War IIers and or the Civil War survivors. All of us have our stories. All of us have something that we can contribute. If you ask us, we might know what it is. If not, we might know how to find it. But in the meantime, they really are putting chips in your hands that will pay your bill. You just slip it in there, or you can open your door, you can open your car. I think that's a little bit over the edge, but right now, still voluntarily. Also, it looked to me like they were putting conscription back in the United States. That that's something that scared me. We'll see how that goes, because that's not what they're calling it, but that's technically what it is. So I would like to hear from everybody, anybody. Paranormal, yeah, I could drop a video and talk to you about the fact that there's this shadow in the back of the room. Good grief, you see it for yourself. There's a shadow in the back of the room. Everybody has videos. Everybody has cameras. Everybody carries a phone. So nobody can explain to me and say, oh, because this thing showed up. It's like just fog. And I got a bridge out back. I've not been using it a couple of years. I got a good deal. You can't deny it anymore. You can't. You got CCTV footage. You've got all this other stuff. Ring doorbells, all this stuff. It's proven beyond a doubt that there is something going on. And I swear to you, nobody seems to believe me. Somehow, several states disappeared. I knew that if in my world there were at least 52 states. Suddenly, I'm back to 50 states. And in my world, growing up, you had to be born in America in order to serve in the lawmaking things like Congress, that kind of thing. That you couldn't just be here. You can't just be a refugee and go in and be in Congress. I was wrong. Now they can. I don't know when that came about. There's just so many things that the Mandela effect to me is real. I had Jiffy peanut butter when I was a kid. I used to go to the store to buy it. My mom didn't. Jiffy came out because Skippy came out. And Skippy was the peanut butter. It was like the only peanut butter. And back then you didn't have all these 15 different things. You had like 8 things. And when Jiffy came out, and it was Jiffy, they were almost 40 cents cheaper. And I remember all that. Oh, and there's so many things. It's really, so many things. I remember seeing Mandela die. I didn't watch that. I mean, I went to his funeral, on TV, as a sign of respect. I took half a day off to be at the funeral. Like Princess Diana's, I was at her funeral and cried for weeks. Every time I turned around, I saw her, and I was just busted in tears. I know she was murdered. For one thing, they didn't move her to the hospital that was less than 2 minutes away. So she was pretty much gone. They said they had to extract her. I used to work with the firemen. I used to teach the firemen. That's what you have an EMT for now, is I taught them. And so I've been at the front door for a lot of things. When I worked with my ex-mother-in-law in D.C., we were putting together the food stamp program that you fucking use now. We had the funny money of that. Cool. But we put it together and how it would go through. That's and it's still run by the state agriculture building today. So I was the first in that. I was the first to be in regular army with the men. I've been first in a lot of things. It surprises me when I look back. Kind of cool about it, but wonder why the hell nobody even made a point about it. We women didn't even know that we weren't going to be wax anymore. We were all in our teens, 18, 19, and go against the men. You had to do what the men did. If the man ran 15 miles with 40 pounds in his back, so did you. And I love that. It was through the sand. Walk through the sand. It's difficult, trust me. Let alone run around them. And if anybody fell out, for me, anybody fell out because they had rank, they were trainees, they had rank. If they fell out, I'm getting shit. So, it wasn't easy. It's just it wasn't G.I. Jane. I didn't like that at all. If they train that way, then there's something wrong. And, way wrong. After it was all over and we were all graduated, the drill sergeants and the COs told us that they pushed us hard, really hard, and that we had done really well, and that they were really proud that they got to be in on the fact that we were trained as soldiers only. And they were great guys. They were airborne rangers, 82nd, and as they put it, they jumped out of helicopters and killed people. So you didn't mess with them too much. So it was stuff like that would kick the door down, women and men. It didn't matter what it was. Things have changed a lot in that 30 years. I hear my husband probably calling me. He knew I was going to do this, so I'm ignoring it for the moment. Knowing him, he wants to know what to have for dinner, and I already told him. So call me, write me, do something in here. It's Augusta, Georgia. If you are here or you have it, and you're we can do a Zoom call. The split screen thing. We can do all these things. It's so Dick Tracy, so George Jetson. And it's a pity if we don't use this, if we don't get out there and see our faces. So maybe our kids, our grandkids, our great grandkids, even, we might be gone, but this won't be. It won't be gone. It'll be here still. I mean, it's like Superman going into the crystal chamber and finding his dad one of the crystals. We'll still be here, but we got to get up here. And I don't mean on Facebook. Facebook has been done into the dirt. It wasn't that great to begin with, but none of us realized it at the time. No, I mean this, how we felt, what we thought should happen, what we said would have happened, what we went through, and it didn't happen. So,
What happened?
that's such good whiskey. Oh my God. I got to get off. I try not to be up here more than an hour. Not that it matters if nobody's going to see it. So I, I have these kind of days. I don't know why. I think we need to stand up, do that love and not war thing again. Although you have to give, well, they aren't, but you have to give the president kudos for stopping 7, 8 wars. And nuked, well, he did nuke, but he bombed the hell out, along with the Israelis, out of the Iranians. So they aren't going to be able to send nuclear weapons to several Arab countries after they wipe Israel off the map. Yeah, I hear my phone ringing still. So all of this needs to be addressed. Come talk to me, get you a drink, tell me you do Zoom call, put it in the comments, live chat, anything you want. But he's annoying the hell out of me, so I'm going to have to go now. I do only Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I generally do not edit these. They are live. Come see me. I would love to talk to y'all. But in the meantime, if you're going to get in trouble, be happy.